Hello, good morning, and welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Friday, May the 31st. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could play out today. This could play out over the next coming days. This could be for you. This message may not be for you. So just take what resonates and leave behind the rest. We still have the moon transiting through Pisces, and we also have Mercury forming a conjunction to Uranus today. And so the energies kind of feel like they're speeding up a bit. It feels like things are going to start to go faster than usual. And so let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about the astrology before jumping in with the cards. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss this message. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and share the video. It helps circulate the content. It helps the channel to grow. It's just a nice, free, easy way to show me some love and show me some support. But let's talk about these energies. So I was shown the Queen of Wands with the Chariot connected to Mercury conjunct Uranus. I also feel this brought forward the energy of the Magician with the Knight of Swords. And so I think get ready for unexpected movement forward. I also felt this underlying presence of the King of Wands with the Page of Cups. And I was shown the Emperor in this energy of the Hermit card, along with the Empress receiving some type of 0-point energy. And so when all of these energies work together in combination, I do feel things start speeding up. We are in the energy of accelerated ascension. And so with the moon in Pisces also forming a conjunction to Saturn today, along with a sextile to Uranus and a sextile to Mercury, I think new romance might appear unexpectedly on your path. And so maybe a new passionate, fiery romance will be showing up unexpectedly. But I feel the energy really is the perfect cosmic soup for being creative. I always love the creativity that the moon in Pisces brings forward to me. And with the moon conjunct Saturn, this is about discipline. I was shown the energy of the moon with the Two of Cups. So there is some type of hidden connection. There could be a hidden connection, somebody hiding their true feelings behind the scenes. But I do feel like if you're single, get ready for unexpected romance to appear. And maybe if you're in a relationship, it's time to take a back seat when it comes to your love life. But I do feel things are moving forward when it comes to our love life, moving towards the next level. And so I felt this very interesting blending of energies when it comes to youthfulness along with maturity. And so when we do that deep inner healing work and we have that deep sense of imagination and we are emotionally grounded in our emotional sensitivity, we have huge potential to call in soulmates where we can alchemize some type of power couple. And so I do feel get ready to harness a greater vision for your path moving forward, because this is high level energy I feel coming through. And it is a great time to pursue your spiritual goals with the moon conjunct Saturn. And so it's time to kind of make things happen. I was also shown the Emperor with the Hermit and the Empress. And so what I heard in this combination was balance, stability, abundance. And so there is a balancing going on with the masculine and the feminine energies in the collective. There's almost like a perfection happening of the balancing of the yin and the yang energies. And I do feel many of us are reaching a place on our personal journey of personal resolve. And this does mean like leadership of our lives. And so you might have recently gained some new insights with the moon in Pisces. You might be embracing a new sense of emotional maturity over the coming days. But this really is about assessing how you are feeling, assessing your feelings, assessing your goals, assessing your aspirations, and addressing anything that needs to change in order to make things happen. And I feel when the moon moves into Aries this weekend, it's going to give a surge of energy asking us to express our emotions freely, whatever those emotions might be, regardless of the consequences. And so let's reflect on what else needs to come through, because I feel communication patterns are in the highlighted energies today, 444 on the timer. So because of the moon energy and the moon in Pisces, I'm always very ethereal feeling when the moon moves through Pisces. We are going to start off with the Moonology Message Oracle deck. This was the Oracle deck that I picked to kind of set the tone for the reading. So let's get into it. Let's get a timestamp on there for the tarot and Oracle part of the reading. We're going to jump in with the Moonology messages. And I was drawn to the Tarot of the Divine deck today. Something about the bridge. I feel we're at a major pivot point of mending bridges, or walking across the bridge of a new experience, or bridging heaven on earth. And so we have the next new moon is going to be in Gemini, which is the perfect opportunity to plant the seeds for the Twin Flame Collective. But let's start off with this deck. Let's see what else needs to come through for the collective today. Keep in mind that this is not sign specific, but I will call out any zodiac signs that I do feel me mentioning throughout the reading. If you would like to become a channel member and you missed out on yesterday's Thursday live, you're going to want to join the membership. You're going to want to check it out, because yesterday on the live, we did talk about Jupiter and Gemini and it transiting through all of the houses and what this energy is coming to expand in our lives moving forward. So if you're on the path of growth, if you're on the path of self-discovery, you might want to check out the membership side of the channel. And I still have not posted the bonus birthday message for Gemini, which will be posted hopefully in the next couple of days. But what do we got here? We got self-regulation and we get shadow work. And so there is a lot of shadow work going on when it comes to emotionally being able to regulate ourselves. And when we get all of these triggers left, right, and center coming to the surface, it's very hard to regulate our emotions. And so that is the goal of the awakening, is to go into this deep inner shadow work, to face our inner demons, to do that deep dive, to look in the mirror without filter, without blame. And so I do feel that full moon in Sagittarius brought something to the forefront when it comes to some shadow work connected to regulating our emotions. And so could be a Taurus here, but I feel somebody's been stuck in between, needing to make a decision here, stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? And so there's a path here that needs to be chosen. And I think this is the accelerated energy coming in, that full moon come in, and I think it illuminated maybe a new passionate romance and a potential to plant a new seed come the new moon in Gemini. So let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. If you'd like to book a personal reading, guys, please feel free to check out the description box below and go check out the new web page. But let's get into it, guys. Let's see what we got. Embrace uncertainty. The path forward really is not fully paved yet, right? So all we really have is this present moment. That's really all we have. And so somebody here needs to cross the threshold. Somebody here is being asked to walk the middle path and to embrace uncertainty, even though you're not sure what is next. Because I do feel some type of soulmate connection. We get the celebration card. This to me feels like a Four of Wands. I do feel there could have been some type of truth revealed about a new romantic endeavor, a new romantic partnership. I do feel this is like resonating at that soul song frequency to call in a high vibrational soul mate or soul match. I also feel the energy of judgment here. I also feel like Gabriel's blown the trumpet. And so somebody here might be going through an awakening or getting some type of wake-up call. And they're needing to just trust, right? Trust the uncertainty, trust the path, walk into the darkness, because sometimes we can't see the light until we go through the tunnel of darkness, and then we take the lead. And so somebody here I feel is needing to take the lead. And so the moon holds wisdom, right? The moon holds cycles. The moon goes through all of its phases, all of its cycles. And I do feel there's this energy of becoming exalted. And so patience has been key. There's the two cactuses again. And so there's the middle path coming through, I feel. And there's the phases of the moon. And so the moon goes through cycles just like we go through cycles. And so patience really is key. And there is a need to just cut your losses here. And so there's that Aries energy. Maybe it's time to break free from something that's held you back from this transformative process. Maybe this has been a 6-month cycle reaching completion. So there might be reaching completion from Sagittarius season last fall. If you look back to last November or December, is it time to cut your losses with an ending? Is it time to walk away from something that maybe has been dragged out for the last 6 months? Maybe this moon in Aries, when it shifts into Aries, this is like the detriment. So somebody's going through the fall, but there is a transformation here. And I do feel a higher power is kind of taking the lead on a situation as well. But let's jump in with the Tarot of the Divine, and we're going to get some more messages into these collective energies. So let's see what we got here. 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I have not used this deck in a long time. And so this is kind of like the energy. It kind of feels like frozen in time. And give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I apologize for that. My little one was having a little bit of a meltdown there. Having a hard time regulating her emotions. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. Below the 9 of Swords, we get the Empress energy. So blocks are being removed, I feel, connected to a Divine Feminine. I feel we have a Divine Feminine here. The Sisterhood of the Rose is what I heard. Look at all of the roses. So we have a Divine Feminine here that has gone through like a death energy, has gone through some type of purification, and I think it's time to come out. It's time to come out of the shadows, and so there's nothing to fear. Embrace the uncertainty of the past. Somebody here is so divinely protected when it comes to opening up to love, and so blocks are being removed. And so I also feel secrets were revealed to this Divine Feminine energy. We've kind of got a 7 of Swords at play with the 9 and then the 2 in reversed. We got a 7 of Swords, and so some type of truth was revealed that I feel put a Divine Feminine in a state of freeze. And so it's almost like if you look below here, we've almost got like a family that's grieving the loss of who somebody used to be. This could be the death of a mother. This could be a crossed over mother. And blocks are about to be removed. We could have somebody healing from the loss of a mother. That's a different story altogether, I feel. And so a mother's love, I feel, is also pushing somebody forward because this kind of feels like a grieving. And so I also feel, too, passing the torch, right? So we could have like a mother figure on the other side passing the torch when it comes to healing ancestral patterns. That's another message. Very interesting, very divine. And so something here definitely went up in flames. If you look at the 2 of Swords upright, we've got somebody, it looks like they're burning up in flames. And so walking straight through the fire, somebody's gone through a rebirth here. And really all you see is the 8 swords. Oh, and the Sword of Truth right above her. And so somebody's really gone into a state of purging for sure, and is coming out purified after a rebirth process. So let's get into it. That's pretty intense. So yeah, I think there was some type of loss here, some type of chaos, some type of conflict. I'm pretty sure that was the message for Jupiter and Gemini that I channeled, crushes and chaos. And so I think somebody got crushed by a crush here, and I do think some healing. Maybe the last 9 months has been a process of healing. Maybe you're closing out a 9-year cycle. Swords can be years, I feel, weeks, 9 weeks. I think that's a little far stretch. So let's see what we got here. We get the 10 of Swords in reverse just flipped out. We're going to do 9 cards. We get the 3 of Swords in reverse, and we get the High Priestess in reverse. So definitely there's that 7 of Swords in reverse at play again. And so some type of secrets came to light, which caused some deep heartbreak. And so almost like 2 heartbreaks back to back is what it feels like. 2 heartbreaks back to back. And so the worst is already over. Like somebody, I feel, was drowning in some type of exposure of some type of past betrayal, and like kept reaching out for help. And it's like nobody come to help this person. And so somebody's had to pick themselves up from rock bottom all by themselves is really what it feels like. And so I do feel we've got a High Priestess here that is coming out of the shadows, that is coming out of going into the mysteries of some deep heart healing, and maybe healing from seeking revenge. Look at this 3 of Swords upright. I do feel like 2 heartbreaks back to back, maybe betrayed by 2 people, and the remnants of the past is still there behind the curtain. Let's get the rest of the cards there, and let's see what's going on currently. Well, we get the Chariot. Thank God this is in the current row of energies. We get the Chariot. We also get the 6 of Cups reversed. Thank God we're moving on from past heartbreak, moving on from that pattern. And we get the 5 of Wands. All done, right? I'm all done. I'm all done with drama, chaos, and conflict. And so I do feel somebody is healed from some type of separation, some childhood memories. We get the 9 of Wands in reverse coming through now. So that is the wounded healer. That is the consciously aware wounded healer when it comes through in reverse. And so somebody has gone through, I think, healing some ancestral patterns, maybe even connecting to ancestors. We do have somebody here that connects with the dead, I feel, or the crossed over loved ones. The Nine of Wands reversed. What else do we get here? We get the Star. So we do have a wounded healer. We have a very gifted healer here coming through that I think has gone through a very transformative rebirth. And we get the Tower. I think somebody's been locked up in a tower for a long time. And if you notice this tower, it's kind of like the Rapunzel braid. And so I feel somebody's healed from what feels like almost like a family curse. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? We get the Five of Cups in reverse. Healing toxic patterns, healing addictions, healing codependencies, healing blocks when it comes to a new beginning and getting unstuck. And so healing a lack mentality, healing a family pattern for sure. So somebody has been cocooned and protected here, I feel, by a great ancestor while going through healing from an ending. The Six of Cups reversed is the central energy. And so maybe the last 6 months has been a process of a deep emotional dive. And I think it's taken a lot of great strength to get here, right? And so we do get on this Chariot. Are those like great big salmons or something? I don't know. But somebody here, I think it's been like a challenge to work through these very heavy emotions. Could be dealing with a Cancer for sure. But I feel come Cancer season, the worst is over. Like the worst is already over. The healing work has been done. The truth has come to light, and now it's just time to take that lead to rebuild. And so it's like somebody here is getting blasted out of their comfort zone in order for a healing journey. And so this does all break down to what we put out there, we get back in return. So the Four of Coins in reverse too is like a release of holding back. And once this release is complete, it is bringing in a Four of Wands energy. It is bringing in a brand new emotional experience. And so what I heard was, you're my white rabbit. So I don't know what that means. There could be addictions here, but I do feel there is like a red thread here tying two people together. The Four of Wands is my twin soul union card. But if you look at this Four of Wands, we got Kali here, the Great Destroyer. And so the Tower comes in to say, hey, something false had to get blasted out of the water for a stable foundation because there were secrets here. We got the big bad wolf coming out now with the Seven of Swords. And so something had to be put to bed when it comes to a toxic pattern, when it comes to codependencies, when it comes to a trauma bond, in order to bring in that perfect match. And so on this Lover's card, it's Beauty and the Beast. And so every beast needs a beat. That's what I heard. Every beast needs a beat. There's a Justin Bieber song connected to that. And so this almost gives like the Elsa vibe feels as well with the white hair. And so I do feel this could also be somebody coming back with a confession to try and bring something back to life. It makes me think of like the Road Runner. But we got a sneaky little wolf here. Looks like a wolf. I think somebody here deceived themselves. And so they had some shadow work to do here, right? In order to reach that emotional regulation. And so I think there's still something here when it comes to a flame burning, when it comes to maybe something being revealed. And there's that fire again. So it's kind of time. I do feel something about time. A passage of time has passed. I feel maybe even a 7-year cycle is reaching completion. But there's that confession. I feel a confession. What's this Tower all about? I think somebody here that is a wounded healer is exposing something as well. We get the Hanged Man. So this is a tower within your consciousness. So a shift in perspective. Pisces. There could be a Pisces coming through. Aquarius, Pisces, Tower. We get Mars energy, Aries energy, Pluto energy, Scorpio energy. And so I do feel this is like a shift in perspective connected to emotional vulnerability. We got somebody here. We got a masculine here doing a deep dive, facing their inner dragon when it comes to being emotionally vulnerable and intimate in love. And we get the King of Coins reversed because I think somebody here was all about the Benjamins. And I think this is a slow and steady process too when it comes to rebirthing the masculine and the feminine collective. And so we get the Ten of Wands. And so this is the death to old cycles. on this 10 of Wands, we get a tree, which I feel is like the tree of knowledge. Somebody here is eaten from the tree of knowledge, has been shown some truth about a pattern that has kept repeating throughout history, right? Recognizing a pattern of maybe communication blocks as well, codependency blocks as well. And this has come to light. And so we get Ra coming through now. We get Ra. And so I do feel maybe some ancient codes have been activated as well, all the way back to ancient Egypt, ancient Greece. And there is going to be a realignment taking place here. And so get ready to defend your beliefs. Get ready to put in the hard work when it comes to putting the past to bed. And so this is about healing an old belief system. I do feel recognizing self-sabotaging patterns where we jump the gun when it comes to communicating. We could have somebody here that jumped the gun and ghosted for fear of giving up a level of independence. It's like once that harvest is there, you got one of two options. You can choose fear or you can choose faith. What is the Six of Cups in reversed? What is this all about? Because I think right now there's some type of separation. Yeah, there is. And so somebody's saying, not my circus, not my monkeys. Somebody's getting out of Dodge. I think there's somebody that's dealing with some flying monkeys and they're rising above the fray. You notice the lotus. And so somebody's been planted in the dark. Somebody's been in the dark when it comes to closing out a cycle. Maybe the last 6 months has been the dark night of the soul energy when it comes to crossing the threshold of a new experience. There's the moon. The moon. And so draw down the moon. I do think that full moon illuminated something when it comes to twin soul connection. We get the mirror reflection here. And it's time to cross the threshold. What do we get? We get a panda bear. It looks like a little bit of a panda bear. I don't know. I do feel, let's get one more here. Let's get another one. Strength reversed. I think somebody really has struggled with releasing a situation here. And I think it's kind of time to burn something down to the ground. There's like a burning building here. And I do feel the storm warning's been there for quite some time. And so this tower is inevitable. This tower is breaking down something false in order to lead you down the pathway of healing. And so this is also the energy of embrace the uncertainty of the path. But it's time to get out of Dodge. And so maybe somebody here is born the year of the monkey. But it's time to take a leap of faith. I think somebody here is angry at a past injustice, maybe even connected to a huge missed opportunity that was overlooked, that wasn't invested in. You don't want to squander any opportunities to build a legacy for the future because we have massive potential to heal, to grow, to take these lessons and to commit to a new way of being for New Earth. And so I think somebody here is coming in with some type of communication after a long cycle of uncertainty. So what is the overall outcome here? Where are we going after this tower? We're going full steam ahead. Well, this tower is breaking down a false commitment, that's for sure. We are going full steam ahead with the Eight of Wands. We have here, looks like the Phoenix rising, going straight towards the Two of Cups. So we could have a same-sex couple separating. We could have a same-sex couple coming into union. You see two men on the card. Interesting. But I also feel do not allow your mind to get the best of you. Do not allow your ego to deceive you, because I think something is coming in very hot, very passionately. It can lead to a beautiful new beginning, a celebration. It can definitely lead to a celebration, two people coming together. And I do feel there are blocks removed. I think there was a huge missed opportunity in love in the past. And I think there's been a lot of challenges. There's been a lot of delays because there's been some type of karmic webbing that is needing to become untangled. And I do feel somebody's really getting a wake-up call when it comes to not investing in a situation with, I think, some type of High Priestess energy coming through here. So tell me more about the High Priestess, and then we're going to get a closing message with the Healing Waters, because I do feel the potential to heal something here. 3 of Coins in reverse. The potential to maybe go back to something that wasn't invested in 3 years ago. 5 of Coins. So there is a realignment here taking place. We could have had somebody that was betrayed, left out in the cold, ghosted, abandoned, and she put in the work. She put in the work to heal. And so she was guided by spirit to heal and to not look back. And so I think somebody got knocked down to rock bottom, but they climbed out of that pitfall themselves. They walked away. They did the work. They healed from something very toxic. And I do feel we've got a High Priestess coming into everything that she's wished for, that she's prayed for, after maybe a period of being disillusioned, because we're right back at that 9 of Swords. And so I think the worst is over. A cycle is reaching completion. That's kind of what I see here. So let's close this off with the Healing Waters. Definitely could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Let it rain. Allow what is to be. I do feel when we purge, when we purify, and we allow what is inevitably meant to end and die away, and we trust that we might not know what the next cycle is, but we're going towards it, that's when we can harness all of this ancient wisdom and this intelligence within. And so patience. It takes time to close out cycles. It takes time for things to come full circle, and it takes a whole lot of self-love to overcome any addictions and any temptations. And so do not allow yourself to be tempted. Appreciate the lesson and go only towards things that sustain you. And so say thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the lesson. And trust that you are to keep moving forward with kindness. Keep moving forward with kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion, because there is somebody here that I feel is fully embracing a transformation. Things are different now. You're never going to go back to that cycle. You're never going to go back there. Things are different now. Things are different now. This metamorphosis, I think, has brought forward maybe unexpected gifts, some new karmic treasures, right? Within the karmic lesson comes the jewels, comes the treasures. And so this is really what you've wished for, what you've asked for. So trust that there is a new beginning here, and you haven't even fully stepped into that future reality yet. So that's what I got for a message today, guys. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out the description box below, guys. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.